Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Subnautica. This is episode 9, and as you can probably tell, we are back on board the Aurora. We're only going to be here for about a minute, so don't worry, there's not going to be too much boring ship wandering, especially since we've pretty much done everything here. However, the reason we are here is to get into the captain's quarters with that code that Altera HQ sent us. Which is over here, I believe. And data downloads, codes and clues, 2679. Alright, so there's a few things in here. We've got Captain's Log. So the captain is playing a text adventure game where it seems that he's pretty fatalistic. Maybe that's why he went down with the ship. Poster of the Aurora. And I believe... oh, here it is. The Aurora miniature. And here is the thing we came for.
Integrating new PDA data. Average long-range transmission delay, 8 hours. Opening last recorded transmissions.
This is an emergency distress call. Aurora is on collision course with planet 4546b. Sending all available environmental data. Please respond with rescue solution. Out.
This is Altera HQ. Attached to this message, you should find the blueprints for an escape ship that we calculate will be capable of breaking orbit and getting you back to the nearest phase gate. Now, it's designed to use materials you can find in situ, but it's gonna need one hell of a power source. Now, we'll be sure to...
Aurora long-range communications really offline.
Alright, so you can see that right there is something we need if we want to complete the game, since we now have the blueprints to build a Neptune rocket. However, that right there is only the launch platform. There are multiple pieces, I believe, that we need to assemble, and we can't do any of that, or at least we can't escape, until we turn off the precursor gun anyway, and, you know, deal with our infection so we don't take it off-world. But that's all we needed on the Aurora, so now we're going to cut ahead, where we'll head back to the base and do a bit more adventuring. So we're back at the base, and let's see. So now we've got the Neptune Escape Launch Platform, which I suppose we'll have to actually build before we'll get to see what else we need to build. Let's see. Oh, didn't mean to pack that up. So, the platform requires 2 titanium ingots, a computer chip, and 4 lead. So that's not too much. Also, I'm not sure where this thing will build. I don't know if it'll just build right here, or somewhere else, because I remember in the... there was a point where you could build the launch pad in the, you know, early access version if you used the console to add the blueprint. And when you did that, the drones for the constructor just kind of flew off into the middle of nowhere. So I don't know if it builds in a specific spot on the map, or if you can build it anywhere.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Also, you might notice I have a Mesmer and a Stalker in my inventory, because as I mentioned, I am going to release them and see what happens. If you mouse over them, it says they both have raised and containment on them. Supposedly they won't attack you, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case. They might just be less likely to attack you. Well, not attacking me. We friends? He seems to be very intent on that sand shark. I wonder in a fight here which one of these guys would win. I mean, the sand shark has a lot of trouble actually getting hits. I think the Stalker probably has got this eventually. Alright, and then over here, I'll also just ignore that beacon for now. But over here, I'll release the Mesmer. Okay, well, he doesn't seem to be... Let me stare right at him. He doesn't seem to be trying to mesmerize me. So I guess we cool. You, on the other hand. I actually don't know... Oh, there's one of my cuttlefish. Nope, never mind. I thought that was one of my cuttlefish. It's just a shuttle bug. Also, what is that? Is that lithium? Yeah. Alright, well, I could grab that with my prawn at some point. I do wish you could actually search for large deposits specifically. There's some titanium, or lead. But those just show up with the regular resources. There's no, like, search for all large deposits. Alright. So, not too much is done with the base here. I've gathered some more plants, sort of shuffled some around. So my little garden here is starting to fill out. I have also painted the prawn and named it Fish Puncher. One thing that really bothers me about the color slider is it's impossible to get a bright yellow. Like, this is the closest I could get to a orange with this thing at full saturation. So I can't just do like a nice dark blue with, you know, yellow stripes. We got another message. No translation from our PDA. Yeah, look at that smug bastard. Y'all remember him. Alright, so for this episode, I would like to build a prawn suit depth module, because we're going to need that to get down into the deeps. Plasteel, nickel, and ruby. Well, we did bring some nickel back from the Lost River last time. If I can remember where I put it, we should actually be able to make that. Assuming I haven't used all my titanium ingots yet. Fine. Okay, plasteel ingot. I didn't even realize I had plasteel already. Plasteel ingots. We needed 2 titanium ingots for the launch platform, which I guess we would build as well, so at least we can then have a list of the materials we need for the other parts of the rocket. Oh, I forgot I built a grav trap. Somebody mentioned, you know, had I built one of these, because I said I was going to build one in, like, episode 2. So we'll drop one of these outside and see what happens with it. And I think I needed 4 lead. And I think the nickel is in ores. 3 nickel and 2 rubies, which would be in crystalline. I think that's everything. Lead, computer chip, titanium, plasteel, nickel. Yep. Because right now, the prawn can already go down to the Lost River, more or less. There's certain spots that would be too deep. Because obviously the sea moth, you can stay near the ceiling, whereas the prawn is stuck on the ground. Okay. So now we should be good for the Lost River, at least, with the prawn. I don't remember how much this increases the depth. 1,300. Yeah, that should cover pretty much anywhere in the Lost River. However, that doesn't help us for the biome below the Lost River. So what do we need to upgrade that? Titanium, lithium, and kyanite. So, I guess maybe we can go under the Lost River, because the only place to get kyanite is down there. And the only way to gather kyanite is with the prawn, because it only comes in large resource deposits. So, I guess we will have to make a trip down there and get some kyanite. Alright, let's get up here and see what happens when I construct this launch platform. Let's try not to pick it up this time. I remember too, in early access, the thing used to have a really annoying bug where every time you tried to climb it, it would like tip over, so you wouldn't ever be able to use it. Alright, so let's see what this does. No, I guess it does just drop right in front of you. Is that permanent? Like, do you think I can move that, maybe? Because otherwise, well, I guess if I was going to have to build a Cyclops, I would just move the platform itself. The vehicle bay, rather. Alright, let's check out this platform. So I haven't seen this thing at all. It wasn't in early access ever. Or at least not in a functional state. So this is all new to me. This thing is huge. I kind of expected a little dinky square. Alright, so this will... Let's see here. Neptune gantry. So do we have to build these in order? Because it doesn't look like we have the option to build other stuff. I mean, it makes sense. Build the gantry first so it can actually support the damn thing. Plasteel, copper, and lubricant. Well, I could probably build that as well. Obviously, the problem with building this now is we still can't escape the planet without getting shot down. So it's just kind of preparing for the future right now. Alright, now I actually want to pick this up and just kind of move it over here. Because I would actually like to build a Cyclops as well. The Cyclops is not super useful now that it's... Some people say that it's kind of pointless to build because, you know, enemies can attack it and it can be destroyed. However, for me personally, the Cyclops is mostly useful as a transport for the prawn because, well, obviously it's easy to descend in the prawn since you just kind of let yourself sink. Getting back up from the deeps with the prawn is a very slow and painful process, so that's where the Cyclops to me comes in handy. So we need plasteel, enameled, lubricant, advanced wiring kit, and lead. We have most of that. I know we're kind of doing a build episode right now, but you know, there's a lot of building in this game. It's a survival crafting game. Lead. Wiring kit. Advanced wiring kit. Lubricant. Was it 2 plasteel ingots? Let's see. Cyclops. Where be the Cyclops? Yar, there she be. 3 plasteel ingots and 3 enameled glass. I think I have enough stalker teeth to make that much enameled glass. However, I don't have enough... Oh, actually I do have 3. I think I might have actually started stockpiling supplies for the Cyclops at some point. Okay, so we have the enameled glass, the lead. We just need 3 plasteel ingots. So, advanced... No, I don't need a second one. What did we need for the platform? It was like copper, lubricant, and something else. Okay, plasteel ingots. Titanium ingots. Okay, for plasteel, I think we just need 2 lithium. And I should have enough lithium for that. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 10 titanium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so titanium ingot. Gonna have to do some more titanium gathering. Plasteel ingot. Plasteel ingot. And then of course we'll have to build a depth module for the Cyclops, but we might just wait on that. Because I could take the prawn down and, well, maybe not. I was gonna say I could take the prawn down and then just come up by myself without the prawn and then go pick it up with the Cyclops, but I don't think I would live long enough from the Lost River to the surface. Unless I parked the Seamoth as like a go-between. I think we have everything. Where is... Oh. This thing's gonna be a pain to find now. Hopefully I put it far enough away and it doesn't, like, spawn a Cyclops on top. It's facing the other way, so it should be good.
New blueprint acquired. Be advised, the Cyclops is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
Come on, it's a Cyclops, not a Triclops. Yep, clipping right through that kelp. Alright, so...
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
This creep find has just become one. I could just harvest it from inside this hub. Alright, so... what is the default crush depth? 500. That's pretty weak. It's weaker than our Seamoth right now. So we go back here. Depth module, plasteel ingot, and ruby. Well, I should have enough for that, but that's going to use up the last of my titanium, I think. Still, if I remember correctly, that should give us enough depth to do what I need to do for this episode. Did I see?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I thought I saw an Oculus clipping in. Also, you notice we're getting quite a little group of fish building up around here that I've released. You know, all of these Oculus, and you can see the cuttlefish over there, are here because I released them here. Okay, so... plasteel ingot and 2 rubies. So yeah, I'm out of titanium ingots, so I'm gonna need another 10 titanium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 2 lithium. Really, we're not running out short on materials aside from titanium. But titanium is also very easy to obtain. It's kind of a pain just because it takes up so much space when you pick it up. But I could use the Cyclops now as a large material transport as well. So you'll notice some of these Oculus seem to have picked up the Kara as well. Doesn't actually do anything to them. You know, they won't just like spontaneously die. Ooh, almost crushed my solar panels. Also, you might notice I sound a little different. It's just because I'm sick. I have sore throat, so I'm a little more crackly voiced than usual. I need 3 rubies. Goddamn. Alright. So once we get this installed, we should be able to go on a bit of another deep sea adventure. Rubies. Need 1 more. Also gonna grab... we have water, that's good. I'm gonna grab the orange tablet and a purple tablet. And also, let's release this grab trap away from our farmed fish. Is the stalker still cool? Oh, I didn't realize you could pick him back up. Maybe it's because it's a stalker, but... no. Yeah, you can see... my camera drone is now over here because the stalkers, in addition to metal, are very drawn to dragging these cameras around. So let's drop the grab trap just like over here. Wow. Does this thing have a battery meter? Does it run out? Or will that thing just like suck all these fish in? Which this thing is just gonna get a free buffet from. Where did he go? He vanished in the red. Doesn't seem to affect the biter though. No. I think it picked up my stalker? No. Okay, it does pick up the biters, but it doesn't hold them. 94% muscle, 4% connective tissue, 2% brain. Oh, there's the eclipse again. So, I guess this is just gonna feed the stalker pretty much. It's cool that they don't attack you, though. They might just surround my base with friendly stalkers. Alright, let's dock the prawn.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Come on. Almost there. Crushed up now 900 meters, so not as deep as the prawn, but, you know, like the sea moth, we can just kind of keep it higher up. And we don't even have to go all the way down, we could deploy the prawn from the Cyclops. Alright, so, before we go on our adventure, I forgot one more thing. I thought I grabbed everything, but I didn't. Last time we will go into this room. What I forgot to grab is that module we picked up on the... Oh, never mind. In the middle of saying that, I remembered that we died on the Aurora, so I lost the Cyclops efficiency module. So we're all ready then. Alright. Let's change the color. Turn down the saturation a little, make it like a dark green since we're going to Lost River.
Engine powering up.
So we're going to take what is definitely not the safest or most efficient route, but is the most direct. We're going to go right down past the Degassi sea base and all the crab squid and go directly from there. You can see down there where I've deployed my thermal plants. They're actually kind of a pain to place because they don't have to be on flat ground horizontally, but they do have to be on a patch of straight terrain. So, you know, you can put them on a wall, but it has to be a flat wall. Yep. Probably pay attention where the ground is. Still haven't spotted one of the Leviathans down here. I think they're actually a bit further out towards the crater's edge. Okay, so we're probably going to get a bit of damage off of the crab squid down here. I could turn on silent running,
Rig for silent running.
which reduces our noise drastically, as you can see on that meter there. So that should reduce the aggro range we have. However, it does use a lot more power. The other problem is I'm not sure exactly where the Lost River Cave is. Okay, there's a warper on radar. I think that's a warper. It might be a crab squid. Yeah, that's a crab squid. You can hear it making crab squiddy noises. I wouldn't mind picking up an egg for one of those guys, but haven't really looked around for one. Okay, I think we just need to go down through here. Yep, there's the brine. Now we already burned 10% of the power. Okay, we got too close to that crab squid, so he's gonna come after us now. Okay, we'll turn off silent running for now. So we have that one force field to disable on the disease research facility. And there is also that other force field we saw that I don't remember exactly how to get to. The one with the other large kind of Reaper-looking skeleton. I'm just gonna kind of pick a direction and see where it leads. I think this leads to the central chamber. Yeah, that's where there's the ghost Leviathan, and there is the big skeleton. I think there might be another place over in this direction. It's also a shame you can't get eggs for these fellas here, the ghost rays. I think it's just because they were implemented late, so they never got around to making eggs for them. Well, there is the skeleton, so I guess I went the right way. Oops. Alright, that'll be a bit of damage on the sub, but that shuts down our systems.
Engine powering down.
Usually just powering down the engine is enough to lose their interest, as you can see here. I mean, he's still drawn to using the EMP, but not attacking, which is fine by me. So I think in addition to nickel ore, you can also find crystalline sulfur down here, which is something else that we need for some of the advanced upgrades. Where is that panel? So I was actually wrong. This is the only place, I guess, that you can use the orange tablet. And it's not at all for the place I thought it was. I don't know, that doesn't really look like an ear bone. Or very delicate. There's that tooth we saw last time. An extensive knowledge of the planet's ecosystem, which would have been necessary to support any live specimen research. And there's another cuttlefish egg here, so we can add a third one to our party. So that's really all there is down here. Not a very exciting precursor facility. However, it's not one of the main ones. I believe that is the off-site research lab it was called in that list. I can't remember what that was actually listed under.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Make that a little darker. Turn off the internal lights because they're kind of bright down here. And now we'll head back towards the disease research facility.
Rig for silent running. Creature attack.
It seemed less like an attack and more like he just slammed his head into us by accident. So you can see we are still making noise even though we're rigged for silent running. Also, I like the UI is clipping into stuff behind it.
Ahead slow.
Unless you switch to ahead slow, you're not going to be completely quiet.
Ahead stand warning. Creature attack.
And you can see our hull regenerated from the first time we got attacked, so there wasn't any lasting damage. Did I take a wrong turn? 'Cause that's where we came in. Yeah, I should have gone straight and I took a turn instead. Gotta watch these guys. You never know when one of them's gonna go spiraling off at top speed by accident. I'm not sure what causes them to do that, but I've seen them do it a couple times.
Calorie intake recommended.
I'm gonna have to snack down on some fish. Alright, so we're probably gonna take some damage getting past the Ghost Leviathan. And we got his interest.
Ahead slow.
Alright, I think we're out of his range.
Standard.
Seek fluid intake.
So I believe to get where we're going, we just need to go this way. Turning off silent running means we're probably going to get attacked by some of the river prowlers, but they're not particularly damaging. Alright, so there is the Sea Dragon Leviathan skeleton.
Engine powering down.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And let's see if I can find something small to snack on.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There's a Reginald, that'll fill me up. So let's actually unhook the drill for now, because with the normal arm you can use it to pick stuff up, and if you pick stuff up it goes directly into the prawn's storage. I believe we can find some crystalline sulfur underneath the brine. Some gold. Copper, gold. Plus you notice the prawn is not damaged by the brine, unlike the sea maw. I'm not seeing any sulfur, but I guess we don't really need it because we're going to be going down deeper anyway, and there should be sulfur down there. Oh, there he goes. See what I mean about the spiraling? He's still doing it. Oh, there we go, he's back to normal. Maybe that's like their mating display. The prawn is not that quick, but you might notice it actually picks up speed if you're on kind of level terrain. It does have acceleration to it. However, once you get the jump jet upgrade, it's considerably more maneuverable. No, that's not anything, that's just limestone. But yeah, it's actually a lot of the time faster to just walk instead of trying to jump jet around. It's a little too far for the grapple. And you can also just kind of hang on with the grapple as you let the jets recharge. I don't remember where the entrance is. I think it's on the other side. Okay, I can actually stand on this little ledge here. I think there's actually 2 entrances, but I only know for sure of the force field side. The deactivated force field hole, which I think is right here. So the best way to use the grapple is to grapple onto something, and then once you start to accelerate towards it, let go of the grapple, and then you'll just fling yourself.
Integrating new PDA data.
Peeper, no immunity to infection. Symptoms of remission on exposure to enzyme 42, but symptoms quickly reoccur. Advanced learning behaviors, some capacity to transmit enzymes to other species. I believe the Leviathan in question is the Sea Dragon. And I guess they tried to see if they could rebuild the dead Leviathan. Sea Emperor. Bone samples from Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth of 1.4 kilometers. So we should head down there if we want to find out more about a potential vaccine. Though, I mean, clearly the aliens didn't find one because, you know, the quarantine is still here. Alright, so we're gonna head back to the Cyclops, go past the big old tree, and we're gonna drop down into the lava zone. The inactive lava zone, which despite the name is full of lava. So, aside from potentially needing a bit more nickel ore, that's really all there is to do in the Lost River. It's not an extensively developed biome, but it is pretty cool, and I do like how it sort of runs underneath the whole map, connecting one side to the other. And I actually kind of prefer that they...
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
that they removed the entrances to the inactive lava zone, forcing you now to go through the Lost River to get there. Because you used to be able to get there from the dunes, as well as directly from the cave we used to get in here. There was like a split path that you could use to go down to the lava zone instead. But now they actually force you to come here, both to get the nickel in order to make the prawn depth module, as well as just to get to the next area. So I think they did a good job at sort of forcing you to explore all the areas. I'm actually surprised at how I haven't plowed into any of these guys yet. They don't exactly try that hard to get out of the way. Well, there goes another one. Right through the wall. So long, and thanks for all the glitch. Alright, so we're going to make a little bit of an excursion deeper here, just to get our materials.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
So park it here. I don't know if the battery will still go when we're not moving,
Powering
but
down.
gonna turn that off because we are nearly at half charge. And obviously if we run out of batteries, kind of shit out of luck. We have to make sure not to go past the point of bingo fuel. You know, the point where you have less fuel left than it took to get where you are. Okay, so we should be able to just kind of descend down here. And since we have the reinforced dive suit, we don't have to worry about melting. Gotta watch for these warpers though, because they will warp you out of your vehicle like that. And let's grab some specimens while we're here, because there's a new type of boomerang.
New creature discovered.
That warper's back. And you see, they didn't even bother to make a unique picture for it. So this is the inactive lava zone. It's not the only lava zone, but it is kind of the entryway to the other one. And there's only minimal volcanic activity. I think we passed one of the other ones here.
New creature discovered.
Persistent, aren't you? So I have 2 of each. And let us equip the arm again. Nope. Alright, so we can't go too deep, but we should be able to find some kyanite around here. Titanium. Why it says right mouse. You can't grapple materials to you. Oh, that's nickel. You don't need that. I thought that might be some sulfur. We definitely want to stay away from that, because that'll actually kill you instantly if you touch it. Not seeing anything over here. I mean, I don't know what crystalline sulfur looks like, but I assume it is yellow and looks like a crystal. And if we can get some of that, we can upgrade our jump jets to have a lot more force to them. It would actually be handy to... It might actually be handy to drill some copper, because I'm a little short on supply. Okay, we're getting close to our depth limit. Which is kind of a problem, because we need the prawn to drill kyanite, but we need kyanite to go deeper. Shouldn't really be that hard to spot, though. It's a big blue crystal. That's a shale. Suppose it could be up there. I think that's just more of the Lost River above. If only you could install some kind of scanner on the Cyclops, this would be a bit easier. At least there's nothing particularly dangerous here, aside from the warpers. I don't have to worry about the prawn taking that much damage. It can actually sustain pressure damage for a while. But I'd still like to find this soon. That's not anything, that's just a rock. Okay, that's probably crystalline sulfur there. And our dive suit does protect us from certain temperatures, but only up to a limit. So if we get close to lava, we will still start dying of heat. Nope, just wanted to get in. I'm surprised I haven't seen any of this stuff yet. I mean, we're already kind of pressing our dive limit here, but then again, this area doesn't seem to be going that much deeper. Well, at least I know where to get copper if I'm ever desperately low. Alright, so I think this down here is going to be too deep for us, but if I can spot some kyanite pretty quickly, we should be alright. I think that is a uraninite crystal. Yeah, don't need that. And there's some magma rays. Again, no eggs for those. And of course, the more infected you become with Kara, the more aggressive warpers become in pursuing you. And there's a lava lizard, which, as you can see, they spit lava at you somehow. I fell into lava. That's not good. Boy, oh, kyanite spotted. I was about to say, boy, there sure is not a lot of kyanite down here. Can't tell if that roar is coming from above or below. Is that aluminum, silicon, oxygen? I mean, kyanite, like most of the materials in this game, is a natural earth-occurring material. They actually make jewelry out of kyanite. Alright, so that's one of the things we came down here for. I don't think we actually got very much, though. I only got 2 crystals worth out of the whole thing. So if I could find some more, that would be nice, as well as some sulfur crystals. Thankfully, this area seems to be pretty level, and it's right above our crush limit.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
It's kind of spooky and dark over here. We can get a scan of the lava lizard. These guys you actually can get eggs for. Oh, there's 2 warpers hanging around now. Spit molten rock at its foes. Sharpened eternal teeth. Scar tissue from exposure to magma. Okay, there's a little bit more kyanite. And thankfully, the lava lizards are distracting them. I actually don't know if you can equip 2 drills and speed up the process. Now there's 3 of them. The longer I stay here, the more warpers will appear. So I didn't get any out of that one. Unlike every other large resource deposit, whether you get anything every time you break a chunk of it, it is random with the kyanite. The other ones, you know, every time you break a piece, you get a few materials. I think it's like between 1 and 3. Come here, I need to eat you for water.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay, the eyes actually do give you a decent amount of water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I believe that sound... maybe not. I'm gonna say that sound is the sound of a leech attaching to our suit. But I guess not. Really gonna get nothing out of this one too. Oh, no, we got one that time. Okay, there's 3 warpers over there. There's another one over there. I think that's more nickel. Might as well grab it. Unfortunately, the prawn's slow speed makes you a prime target for getting warped while you're in it. Ah, shit. That was a leech attaching. So if I get hit here, I'm gonna die. Well, I didn't die to what I thought I was gonna die to, which was the warper. I actually died to the lava lizard that was swimming by. Alright, so I think that'll do it for the episode. I'm gonna head back down there in between, pick up my stuff, and start hopping back with the prawn so that we can make use of our materials. So next time, we'll be back at the top again, and maybe ready for another descent. Until then, I've been Shadefyre, this is Subnautica, and I hope you'll join me on my undersea survival lava adventure next time. Take care, everyone.